The drive starts with a carry by Edwards. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
He's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing is Jackson. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
You gotta make a move.
2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
They are such a talented team at defending the perimeter and taking away throws to the outside. Great confidence, great skill.
Beckham will go in motion right. Again, Jackson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. Jackson from the shotgun. Throw left side complete. That's Flowers. And he's going to be out of bounds, a few yards shy of the line to gain. And that's going to be a turnover on downs. Well, trying to be bold on the opening drive of the game, but that effort, it proves futile.
How many times have we talked with coaches where they've talked about taking the emotion out of their decision-making? I think that opening drive, if he didn't have it in his head to go for it before, I think that keyed into it. They were doing so well, and he decided to really establish something there. They didn't get it. Now they've got to make sure that they don't lose their focus.
Another run with McCaffrey on 2nd down. Shifts past him, and he'll get it down to the 47 here. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Now a 2nd and 10. Purdy now to throw. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down.
Those are the ones you dream of as defenders. I think if he gets eyes on the ball a little bit earlier, he might come away with it. Instead, it's going to wind up as just an incomplete pass.
Here's Purdy now on 3rd and goal. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That 3rd down conversion good for 23. Purdy looking to throw on 1st down here. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 2nd and 6. Back back to throw. Purdy. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. So he stopped for no gain. And at 3rd down and 6 to go. Now the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now, with what they're telling receivers about making sure you take care of the ball in open field, sometimes the fighting for extra yardage doesn't come as a result. That and good tackling can lead to no yards gained.
Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sack back around the 8. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Now, partner, it's safe to say that the secondary really contributed to that sack.
Yeah, nickel set, 5 defensive backs. They covered everything, nowhere to go with the football. But my question is, why didn't he throw it away?
No score after 1 on EA Sports. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. And the first play will be a field goal try. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And this one is right through. And the 49ers take a 3-0 lead. Well, in a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. And I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. This one a little slow to get cooking. Just a 3-0 scoreline as they begin with a 1st and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
Up the middle, here's Mitchell. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, if bring in your tight end, keep him in, your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Play action. It's Jackson. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. And the 49ers are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. They go play action here. Purdy. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sacked on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Purdy looking to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Touchdown, 49ers. Deebo Samuel, 59 yards. Jake Moody now for the point after. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the fourth quarter, but you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he steps out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 51 yards. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. They get this to Beckham on the perimeter. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. From the 23, here's second down and a yard. Jackson going to give this one to Edwards. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10. And he's got it. And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Here's McLeod from his end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line, first and 10 at their own 16. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Gets this one to Juszczyk. Room past the 35. And they will get him down, but not before he gets very good yardage there, as that will lead us right into the 2-minute warning. Here's Purdy on first and 10. And this is going to be dropped. Oh, my gracious. There was no one in his area code, but he could not hang on to it.
If I'm making excuses, and I am, sometimes the sun can be difficult on a ball like that. That looked like it was going to be right there, but it's in and out of his hands. And a potential big play goes by the wayside.
On second down, McCaffrey. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Purdy with it on third and long. And that is incomplete. Oh, he did everything to hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now it brings up fourth down. Here's Mitch Wishnowsky now on to punt. Here's Williams to return. It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt. 6 on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And you figure, Charles, they have enough time here in the first half, more than a minute to put a drive together. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by Diamador Lenore. And that now 2 interceptions thrown in the second quarter.
And you know, a lot of people look at these guys and they think to themselves that maybe, possibly, they're still thinking about the first one. And they probably are. I think in this case, he's just trying to atone for the first interception. Tried a little bit too hard, maybe forced it a bit, and instead created a second one.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, You can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you...
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12. So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
That's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing fourth down.
So on fourth down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll make it second down. Jackson trying to hustle his unit up quickly to the line of scrimmage. That's going deep for Bateman. Oh, for the third time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done? Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
You said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. A 10-point game, 17-7 the score as we get back to it on EA Sports. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuck that one down there.
Touchdown, 49ers! Juwan Jennings, 42 yards. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? Now with that, they could elect to take the ball at the 1 if they wanted.
Yeah, exactly right. They have options here. If they decide now to go for 2 after the penalty, the ball doesn't go to the 2-yard line as normal. They get the penalty, so that's half the distance. You put it at the 1. But if they decided they wanted to kick, they would just move the ball from the 15 to the 10, and they would kick it there.
So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. In motion left, Flowers. He'll get it here on the jet sweep. And a great job there to read that one defensively. They strung him out, would not allow him to cut upfield.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
On 2nd down, Jackson. Flush to his right. And he floated one out there incomplete.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the 3rd quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
Sit on! No, we changed it. You at X, you at X. Yo. Nice shot.
On 3rd and 1, Jackson. He's got his target. That's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. And quickly, they get to the line. They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. Steps away to his left. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. Well, if these guys wanted to get back in this game, they needed an almost perfect second half, and down 3 scores. A lost fumble here certainly doesn't fit into that plan.
That reminds me of my plan in college to get an A on the papers I turned in, but that didn't work out too well either. Too many mistakes by both of us. I mean, that's just pure and simple. And that's why that's exactly where they are in this ball game. They're going to need a huge turnaround if they want to try.
There he goes, left side. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards. Ball at the 26, 2nd and 7.
At the Ravens' 26-yard line.
Here's Purdy. And his throw is incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
That's going to be caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped it to 1.
1st and goal, San Francisco.
McCaffrey is not going to get in here as they push him back to the 2-yard line. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 2-yard line.
Purdy now to throw off the play action. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Kyle Juszczyk, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Niners will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Moody good with the extra point. And the lead is now 24. So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles, if they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback. It got his man complete. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. It's a big play. Baltimore. And even 40 yards.
As we've seen over the years, offense coordinators will often ease their way into drives. Many of them don't want to risk a turnover, put their defense in a bad spot, but not in this case.
Not at all. Forget about easing into it. They took a shot. It worked. Back now in Baltimore. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. In motion left here, one of their tight ends. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end, Andrews. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Now Jackson on first down. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. On second down, here's Jackson. He's going to let this one go deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
Tucker's kick is good, and they get a little bit closer here as the lead's down to 3 touchdowns. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
40 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game, and that's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides. But to see the ball in a running back's hands,
that'll be caught by Ayuk. Touchdown, 49ers. Brandon Ayuk. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Niners have opened up a 4-touchdown lead here in the 4th. Moody good with the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Duvernay going to sit on this in the end zone, so it'll come out to the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Again, Jackson. That's complete to his receiver, Bateman. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Ravens get a small measure of revenge as they come. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Okay, they went for the fake off of the extra point attempt. It's a long way to go, and they didn't get there. Didn't get it completed successfully. Did someone dare them to do that? Did someone double dog dare them
I was
to do
going to
that?
ask you, maybe they saw something on film, but do you see something on film with those to try something from the 15 on a PAT? I don't know.
The only thing they needed to see on film there was a snap, a hold, and someone kicking the ball through the post.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way.
This is caught inside the 15. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. A give running left. It's McCaffrey. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. Marcus Williams from his safety spot making a nice play. Behind the chains, 2nd and 13. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Throws the out route and completes it to Samuel. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. So with the completed pass and the yardage they got, they'll decline the penalty.
So obviously more yards on the pass completion than they would have gained with the penalty. They did the math. They did it well, and it works for them.
Now Purdy. That's caught by Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, San Francisco. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. Moody good with the extra point. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. Here is Wishnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Jackson on 1st down. And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. On the counter, it's Edwards. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining.
Hey, middle.
This time Jackson will throw it. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete.
Hey, let's go.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And they move this all the way down to the 9. One last shot for Jackson. And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner. And into the end zone. A pick six for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance